By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to look better immediately. I'm talking today, this afternoon. And you know what they say?
Because if you look good, you feel good.
And there's a reason fitness people don't talk about this stuff or even want you to know it. It is because there are no grueling workouts or starvation diets required. I spent years thinking if I just had bigger arms, if I just had a bigger chest, if I just had a flatter stomach or even a six-pack, that life would suddenly be gravy. But all your belly fat burning efforts are being wasted if you don't solve these 6 simple mistakes. I mean, how often are we actually spending out in the world with no shirt on?
We're streaking!
So even if all things gym do help you lose a stone or two, how the hell is anyone even supposed to notice if you're still wearing the same tired old t-shirts that now fit like tents? Just look at these guys. Yeah, they've got big muscles, but do they look cool? These guys have spent years, decades, counting calories, avoiding treats and missing family time in order to be in the gym instead. But it's only for the few hours a week that they do spend in the gym that their look matches their environment. Whereas these dudes don't have like gym buff bodies, but they do look pretty cool. Now, perhaps you're thinking, Ian, all I need to wear is jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah, okay, but all you need to drive is a Toyota Aygo, but you probably prefer to drive something a bit fancier, right? So if you do care about the image you're projecting to the world for the 90 minutes a day that you spend in the car, what's the harm in taking a little care of the image that you project to the world for the rest of the day? And I'm not talking about becoming a high fashion icon or giving it blue steel 24/7. More like, let's take a step in the direction of looking more like a Marks and Spencer's mannequin. So with all that said, let's get into the 6 mistakes you can fit today to look better without really feeling like you're having a try. Plus, there'll be a couple of bonus tips for you at the end, so stick around for those. This is what I grew up thinking looked cool. Jeans and a t-shirt, and now that athleisure is basically acceptable everywhere you go, there's obviously a ton of guys rocking the joggers and t-shirt combo in an act of comfort over fashion. But if you're closer to 40 than 14, do you honestly want to still be dressing like these guys? I'm discovering we can do better fairly easily. So do we have some jeans that fit comfortably rather than squeezing our legs out like sausages? And do we have any trousers without an elasticated waistband? Now, before you pause this video and buy yourself a Moncler jacket or a Balenciaga t-shirt or any other like expensive branded gear, expensive brands do not necessarily equal cool clothes. You definitely, almost definitely, have enough in your wardrobe right now to look and feel happier and more confident in how you look by following these steps. I mean, I'm literally wearing my old work trousers from the last time I had a real job, and these jeans were £35 from M&S. So lessons 1 and 2 are wear clothes that fit your body, and if you're a grown man, wear grown man clothes. And I think that the first rule applies even more especially if you're a bigger guy. Like, you might not feel comfortable in the most form-fitting skin-tight gear because skinny jeans can create or like highlight a bit of a muffin top, but also when you're swimming in a massive oversized top, a body is just going to look more like blocky and undefined. So by wearing things that fit correctly, neither skinny nor oversized, you'll have taken a big step forwards in looking and feeling better. So if you're still with me, here's the next couple of steps. With a bit of layering, we can start building some depth to the outfit. And I know you already have a shirt or two in your wardrobe, and the more neutral colour ones are basically a bit easier to mix and match with whatever else you're wearing. But even a lumberjack style thing which is giving a bit of dad vibes, but if you're a dad, then roll with it. We'll work for this. And then the easiest tip, well, second easiest, we'll get into the easiest in the bonuses, of what we're looking at today takes 4 seconds and is the difference between looking like a guy who's got his act together and one who's not even trying. Tuck your shirt in, because it breaks up the shape of your body and interrupts, in a good way, the different parts of your outfit. Think about Instagram and the infinite scroll. You don't want an infinite scroll on your outfit, otherwise it can just end up looking like an overall or like a baby grow. You have a waist, don't be scared of it. Plus, with your shirt tucked in, you are protected from the biggest fashion crime a man can commit, revealing the devil's crevice. So tips 3 and 4 are the shirt or overshirt and tucking that shirt in. And at this stage of getting dressed, we're happy enough from a technical standpoint. Like, no fashion crimes have been committed, but this can all look a bit blah, a bit boring. But this next part is where I personally struggled the most, although I am starting to feel a bit more comfortable doing this. I see a lot of cool looking guys in town with little necklaces and wearing jewellery, and I just think basically wearing a lot of jewellery is beyond me. So instead of going off the deep end and trying to be like more fashionable than I'm comfortable being, I think, how can I take a step in the direction of dressing better? So what I go for is maybe a colourful pair of socks or like a tote bag or something to just a little bit lift and accessorise my outfit. And then I can also make a couple of changes to my shirt, like rolling up the sleeves or opening up the buttons a bit. So I get to personalise what I'm wearing, and there's a bit more of me showing out through the clothes, without feeling like a giant peacock that everyone's just going to stare at and make me feel really uncomfortable. And so we come to the bottom of the outfit, and it is definitely a case of last, but by no means least. Can everyone please stop wearing ugly trainers? Think about any sort of man's man you looked up to when you were young. Can you see these guys wearing TNs or Air Jordans? So what to wear instead? Plain white trainers basically go with everything. So if you've got a pair, that's a really easy and versatile solution, because white isn't going to clash with anything else you're wearing, even if you're wearing all white. And if you've got a pair of like nice leather boots or shoes, again, these are pretty neutral and versatile and can match with a lot of different things. More dressy shoes can work, but again, these make me feel a bit like self-conscious and like I'd look silly for trying too hard. So I'm being a bit of a wimp up here, but like I said, all this stuff, looking better in your body, in your clothes, whatever, it takes a minute to feel natural and comfortable with the changes you're making. So tips 5 and 6 are, once you've got a good little basic structure, a couple of personal touches can bring everything together, and shoes are 50% of the outfit. Now, straight off the bat, yes, your friends are going to take the piss out of you if you start trying to dress a bit better. They're your friends, that's their job.
It's in the Geneva Convention. Look it up.
They do want the best for you, but really, this is just one of the basic facts of being British.
You know, fish, chips, cup of tea, bad food, worse weather, Mary fucking Poppins.
But just wait until your wife, girlfriend, or other girls, or dudes, start noticing and commenting on how good you look. You will suddenly forget about all of the teasing you had to endure. Now, I said at the start looking better today. And yeah, if you wait until you're getting ready to go out this weekend to try some of these things, you're going to get all in your head about it, and you're going to get flustered, and you're going to retreat back to wearing what feels safe and comfortable. But you can get around this by having a dress rehearsal this evening. That's right, I am suggesting that you, a grown man, play dress up when you get home from work tonight. I mean, I've just spent the morning playing dress up for your entertainment, and I'm having a pretty fun day. Plus, if there's a woman in your life, I swear, man, she'll be buzzing about this. It will make her day to help you try and dress better. So If you can manage to not feel too embarrassed or self-conscious, the two of you will have a good and fun time playing wardrobe. Now, I promised you a couple of bonus tips, so here they are. Everyone looks worse when they're slouched and hunched over, and I know this can be tough again for bigger guys because you probably already feel like you take up a lot of space. But honestly, look how much different everything looks when you stand up properly. If you can do this, you'll notice basically everyone in your life responding to you better and taking you more seriously. So bonus tip number 1 is stand up straight with your shoulders back and your head held up. And bonus tip number 2, if in doubt about what to wear, dress like Harrison Ford. I mean, look, no further explanation required. The dude just relentlessly dresses well. But if 2 bonuses wasn't enough for you, I've actually got one more. A bonus, if you will. If your favourite garms are fitting a bit tighter than you'd like them to, you can grab my free Stop Feeling So Fat and Shit system today via the link below. It's a simple system based on my years of experience about fixing the mistakes these guys used to make with fitness. So you can quickly avoid the most common pitfalls and simply repeat the fat loss success of these guys to get back to feeling and looking your best. So with all that said, I've been Ian Dowie, the online PT, not the old palace manager. Don't forget to grab your free guide, and thanks a lot for watching. Until next time.